And I think it's, when in doubt, if you have something that seems like it's getting better with scale, I think you should scale it up.
I think people want things to be, less is more, but actually
More is more.
more is more.
We believed in that. We wanted to push on it. I think one thing that is not maybe that well understood about OpenAI is we had just this, even when we were like pretty unknown, we had a crazy talented team of researchers. If you have like the smartest people in the world, you can push on something really hard.
Yeah, and they're motivated. And or you created sort of one of the sole places in the world where they could do that. Like one of the stories I heard is just even getting access to compute resources, even today, is this crazy thing. And embedded in some of the criticism from maybe the elders of the industry at the moment was sort of that, you're going to waste a lot of resources and somehow that's going to result in an AI winter. Like people won't give resources anymore.
It's funny, people were never sure if we were going to waste resources or if we were doing something kind of vaguely immoral by putting in too much resources and you were supposed to spread it across lots of bets rather than like conviction on one. Most of the world still does not understand the value of like a fairly extreme level of conviction on one bet. And so we said, okay, we have this evidence. We believe in this thing. We're gonna, at a time when like the normal thing was we're gonna spread against this bet and that bet and that bet.
You're definite optimists.
You're a definite optimist. And I think across like many of the successful YC startups, you see a version of that again and again.
Yeah, that sounds right. When the world gives you sort of pushback and the pushback doesn't make sense to you, you should do it anyway.
Totally. One of the many things that I'm very grateful about getting exposure to from the world of startups is how many times you see that again and again and again. And I think before YC, I really had this deep belief that somewhere in the world, there were adults in charge, adults in the room, and they knew what was going on, and someone had all the answers. And, if someone was pushing back on you, they probably knew what was going on. And the degree to which I now understand that, to pick up the earlier phrase, you can just do stuff. You can just try stuff. No one has all the answers. There are no like adults in the room that are going to magically tell you exactly what to do. And you just kind of have to like iterate quickly and find your way. That was like a big unlock in life for me to understand. There is a difference between being high conviction just for the sake of it. And if you're wrong and you don't adapt and you don't try to be like truth seeking, it still is really not that effective. The thing that we tried to do was really just believe whatever the results told us and really kind of try to go do the thing in front of us.